All right, welcome back, boys.
Welcome back.
Team,
How we doing?
How we doing?
We're good.
Yeah?
That time. There you go.
adjusted.
Timer started.
All right,
Fred.
Fred, take us away.
All right, guys. This is another Fred Flags. All right. We're going to talk about locations. And no, I'm not talking about those nice places you see on Instagram. I'm talking about couples who just start dating and the partner wants your location after like a few weeks. I have never, ever been asked to give my location, nor would I, because I think it's fucking weird. If you have to know where I'm at 24/7, then you're probably a little insecure and you shouldn't worry about me so much. Worry about yourself. I mean, have you ever, I'm serious, have you guys experienced like you need location when you first start dating?
Not necessarily like when I first started dating. I share my location with like some family of mine, and I have theirs. But that's the only people that I do that with.
We were watching. So Cindy was watching on TikTok and talking about like.
Is that the end of your Fred Flag moment?
Yeah, end of the Fred Flag moment. Shh, end of the Fred Flags. All right, end of the episode. Let's go.
All right, I want to give a shout out. We have a live audience in the background. Guys, you do not have to be quiet. You can talk whatever you want. Don't be quiet.
Yeah,
You can't see
you're
them.
good.
We have a live audience. They're chilling. So in today's episode, we're talking about concerts. It's Coachella weekend.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
Have either of you boys been to Coachella?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
Yeah, I've never made the trek down for that one. I'm not a huge like music festival guy. I've really only ever been to one, and it was kind of a horrible experience, honestly.
Oh, I want to hear about it.
Yeah.
you can't skip over
No,
that.
I was planning on telling this story tonight. So I was living in Oregon at the time. This is before I moved to LA. I was living in Oregon, and I had tickets to the Sasquatch Music Festival, which is in Washington State.
Okay.
And I had bought them to take a girl that I was with at the time, and then that ended up not working out. We broke up. But then I started seeing this new girl a few weeks before the festival. And so I was like, hey, do you want to go with me? I'm going to go, whatever. She's like, yeah, totally. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm thinking, what a great, like, get to impress this new girl, whatever. Well, it turns out I did not do enough planning and research and figure out what that festival was going to be. And the fact that you needed like all of like a campsite and all this other stuff. So I showed up, I'm driving in my truck and we show up, we have nowhere to stay.
Wow.
We, have no real like packed goods or, anything like that. Like I figured like, everybody shows up for the weekend. Like there's enough there. Oh, it was so bad. And it's 100 degrees. We're out in this field and I'm taking a nap underneath my truck because it was the only shade that I could find.
Do what you gotta do.
And it was rough. And then two of the headliners that we were there to see dropped out. And I mean, the whole weekend, it blew up in my face. And so we actually ended up leaving early and going home as opposed to staying all the way through Sunday. It was rough.
It sounds like a show.
It really was.
Do you guys know how long Coachella's actually been around?
No.
26 years.
Wow.
Damn.
I had no idea it's been around that long. And
It's almost as old as I am.
yeah, well, not me. But anyways,
I used to be.
Well, because like Coachella started when I was 28.
Yeah.
I still could have went. I mean, there's still people that go now. My chiropractor, check this out. My chiropractor was telling me he has a client. He's 60 years old. He goes every year.
Yeah.
He goes with his sons. But what he does, he goes to one of those timeshare meetings. So he gets a free place to stay for the weekend.
Smart.
And then says, I don't want the place.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. So he does it every year, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they haven't caught on or haven't run out of timeshares by now, but like.
Well, if they hear this podcast, they might. You kind of just gave them up.
Yeah,
Kind of
that's
slowed them
fine.
down the river
Yeah.
a little bit.
If you're looking for a
I'd be-
6-year-old white guy, probably.
I'd
I
be
don't know.
curious if it was like a grandfather system where they had that timeshare, early on in Coachella or whatever. And so now they're just like, it's locked in.
Yeah.
But no, that's a great setup because I know like a big part of like Coachella weekend, at least like people that I know that have gone or whatever, they, where you stay ends up being a huge kind of chunk of change.
It's either like you can either stay on the Coachella campgrounds with a tent or in your car, or I see a lot of people,
It's in
they
your
rent
car.
houses, they eat,
the Airbnb.
Yeah, Airbnb
but
houses.
now you're spending like, did you see all the traffic going there? People took 12 hours to go there.
I see
They
that.
open up the lines. The people are like stuck in traffic. And like to get on the campground, they said it was a shit show. There was no bathrooms, no food. People were ordering like Uber Eats to have it delivered to their car.
Mm-hmm.
But also too, how close is the nearest gas station? Because if you're sitting in your car, running your car like that,
Yeah,
eventually someone's gonna run out of gas.
totally.
And people say it was just, and then I saw that it was an hour to take a shower. You had to wait in a long line.
Mhm.
It's 100 degrees out there now.
Gotta
Right
bring
now.
wet
Yeah.
wipes.
It's just,
Gotta bring wet wipes.
yeah, we gotta bring
Baby
something.
wipes, adult wipes for sure. I've never been to Coachella, but I've been to other music festivals and concerts that are just like one day or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they're enjoyable. I've made some really good friends from going to music festivals and stuff like that. And similar to your story, you gotta be prepared when you go to these festivals.
Yes.
You gotta know.
Well,
like,
that's a festival. Like these other ones are just like you go, you're not camping out.
no,
It's
you're
not
not
a
camping.
3-day event.
Yeah, you're not camping.
I went to
no.
Nocturnal. That Nocturnal is like, it's a 3-day event, but you're not camping out there.
Okay.
You go at night, and it's just, that's all it is.
Okay.
You know.
Actually, I did go to Rolling Loud recently, and
Yeah, you see that.
Rolling Loud was amazing.
Yeah, when
the
was
lineup
that?
was dope. It was a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
Rolling Loud was dope.
Yeah.
It was a dope lineup.
Who-
I enjoyed it.
Who'd you see? Who was your favorite?
My favorite, man, had to be Dave Blunt, Larry June. It ended the night with ASAP Rocky coming down via helicopter.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
sick.
I
saw
No,
that.
I haven't
It was
seen that.
dope.
I gotta look that
There
up.
was some.
Yeah.
There was some artist. I don't know him. His name was Ian, and he actually Ian looks like you.
Oh.
And he came out, but he was dressed very like suburban, and he does rap and trap music.
Oh,
And it was good?
It was good.
Oh, that's
so
sick.
now I followed you. What's up, Ian? I followed you, bro.
Hell yeah, that's sick. What
And
about,
then
yeah.
Ian brought out his co-producer named Luke. It was very like, okay. It was interesting.
Okay.
He was like, it was dope. I was like, oh.
what's the stuff they throw over at in the summertime at Grand Park or not? Grand
Oh,
Park?
those are summer festivals they have. Yeah, right over there. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
No, it's not. It's what park is it?
Something, but I've been there before. I know what you're talking about though. They
Yeah.
have like outdoor concerts
Yeah,
all
yeah.
summer long.
Like
Those are
legit
fun.
DJs, right?
And most of them are free too.
Oh,
We'll
nice.
talk about those.
Yeah.
We'll go to one when they come, and
Yeah,
then we'll check
yeah,
it because they're free.
It's like legit DJs too. Like Steve Aoki, I guess, was there
Last year I was there. I have a photo. I was there
Yeah.
last year.
Oh,
yeah.
that's sick.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I used to have when I was living in Utah still, like this is when I was in high school. They had a summer concert series. They called it Twilight Concert Series. And so every Saturday night there would be a concert and you could get tickets that, like limited quantity, but you could get $5 tickets.
Right.
And you had to go to like the record store downtown or a couple other spots. They were the only places that would have tickets. And so I remember like I used to hit that up every summer when I was in high school because like they would bring in really, really legit artists,
Nice.
So I saw like Lil Wayne, Ludacris,
Okay.
Florence and the Machine was there one year. Death Cab for
You don't
Cutie.
know about no Lil Wayne.
No. He heard the name once.
Yeah. She saw it on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
He thought that was Lil Wayne.
Come on, listen. You went to a
I thought he
private.
was Lil Wayne.
That's great.
But yeah, it was cool. So that was kind of like my like first real experience, like going to shows and whatnot. And then I've only ever had that one experience at a festival. But I have no interest in going to Coachella.
Speaking of, I don't
No.
put you on the spot though,
No.
but I have an extra hockey ticket. Are we going to that next week or what?
What day is it? Wednesday?
Yeah.
No,
me know.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to
Okay.
on Wednesdays. Take Fred.
Okay. Fred, you want to go to hockey
I
game?
don't know. I'm on the Veil right now, so I don't know.
All right.
Still
fair play.
waiting to see.
By
I
the
don't
time
know.
you see this podcast,
So-
I will have taken someone to the hockey game. I have an extra hockey
Yeah.
ticket, so someone's going to go.
So you say you're on the Veil?
On a Veil.
Unavailable.
Oh,
That's
Unavail.
acting.
No.
He's an actor.
A Veil. So it's basically it's an
Yeah,
acting
yeah. Like
thing.
what does that mean?
What does that mean? Break
So
it down for us,
basically,
Fred.
like you are picked by the clients to work this job. So they pick like a group of people and they're like, are you available? You available? And they just your agent puts you on a Veil. And so I was on a Veil and then I got this thing. I had to do a callback, which is opposite. Usually it's you go to the audition, callback, a Veil, book.
Okay.
Those are the steps of
Okay.
it, how it usually goes. This one, some agents that you have, you will get a direct booking. No
Yeah.
audition, no nothing, basically straight to a Veil. And that's what I got for this job right here, straight to a Veil. And then all of a sudden my agent's like, okay, you call back. They want to see a self-tape now.
Okay.
So I had to do a self-tape, send that in. And then last night I got another message from the client. We want to, you have to measure your wrist. Both, right?
Interesting.
Are,
Okay.
they, are they measuring your wrist in a city hotel at
No.
like 9 at night and they're inviting you over?
No,
The
no, no.
bathtub's full of ice.
Nice little warm bottle
so-
of Dom Perry waiting for you when you
No,
walk in the
not
door,
even like
Fred?
that at all. No.
Okay. No cast and couch for you, huh, buddy?
So do you know what you're measuring the wrist for?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because in my self tape, I had to so I know that I'll be wearing
It's
something.
like some
They're
sort of
wearing like a
watch,
watch or something.
Yeah,
it's
probably,
something. So I already know. So I'm just waiting.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Now it's just a waiting game, just to my agent and the dates. the thing is, there's 2 separate dates. It's like the 16th through the 19th, or the 21st through the 23rd.
Okay.
So I don't even know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Did they actually measure anything else, Fred?
no.
It's not a Diddy party, is it?
No, he's in jail. So, but now speaking about festivals and stuff like that. So way back in the day, I used to live in Orange County, and there was a club called Club Rubber. Way back in the day.
Great name.
Amazing name.
This club was the very first themed club. They would have like boats and hose or whatever the heck it was. They would have the whole stage decorated like that.
Oh, sick.
And like,
I'm sorry, boats and what?
boats and hose, pimp and hoe. They had a bunch of stuff.
I'm not editing that out. That's gonna be in there.
Those were like the times where, when you would go there, people would get there at 6 o'clock, and it didn't open until 9.
And so they're just waiting outside?
Wait outside. It was
Damn.
once a month.
Yeah.
It got so popular that they moved it to Vegas. It was called Pimp and Hoe Party. So people would dress up, and they would rent out like the Orleans or like Mandalay Bay.
Mm-hmm.
They rented out a whole thing in Palm Springs. They changed the hotel. They literally took the name of the hotel and changed it.
Oh, wow.
To like whatever they called it. The whole hotel was
That's
all
rad.
of us.
Yeah.
Do you know? I just had a brainstorm. We have a live audience on this side, and we have people out there in the pool. I think that at some point, well, they got the full clothes on there. I think at some point in the summer we should do like
outside
podcast.
A pool pod?
Yeah, but it
pool pod?
sounds gonna be fucking chalked.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna be
maybe
terrible.
that'll be like a 15-minute episode, because
Yeah.
it'd be cool to have like people who have consent and want to be on camera behind us.
Yeah.
Have people behind us kind of just like having a brew, throwing a White Claw, we're just drinking. Just maybe for one episode. That's gonna be a short one because sound's gonna be
Yeah, it sounds going to be
horrible.
all
I'm not
over
gonna
the
be able to fix
place.
that. Ain't enough AI in the world to fix that.
Do it in the pool.
Electric, bro.
Oh,
We gotta do it by the pool, like maybe like one of the cabanas we sit at, and we have the camera facing backwards, but we can't be
We can't be too close to the
too
water.
close to the water. Nah,
Yeah, that's true.
we
Yeah,
can be by the pool, but not by the pool.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's nice equipment. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
want to jeopardize that.
Yeah.
But where would you-
It can probably take a little water, but it'll rust if it
Where
gets.
will you plug this stuff in at, though?
We'll figure it out. A portable battery.
Either
Okay.
that or there might be outlets like along that
Yeah,
back
our
wall.
portable battery.
Is there?
I can go rent a portable battery to power a camera. We're only powering the camera and a laptop, so we can get a portable battery for one day for 10, 15 minutes.
The mics don't plug in?
Yeah, the mic's plugged into the laptop.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
I thought
we're
you
only
I thought
powering
you had
two
to plug
things.
them into
We just need 2 plugs.
2 plugs. All right, fair play. Fair play. That was nicely done. That was nicely done.
You talking about the alcohol you're promoting? The White Claw and the other stuff? Huh?
If they're paying us for it,
I don't drink that
I'm
stuff.
not going to blink that
Nah,
out.
no thanks.
But if White Claw wants to sponsor, speaking of, if you're hearing this podcast and you would like to be on this podcast and a sponsorship or plug it in whatever you're doing, send us some merch, send us some gear. We'll rock it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll play it. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know. Music. Let us know. But I have a really important question for Grayson. Grayson, this is a very important question. Are you ready for it?
I am. I
Jeez.
think I know what you're going to ask.
I know.
I'm more nervous than you are, I think. I don't even know what the heck it is.
I mean, it's just because we had a conversation in the group chat, so we just gotta make sure it's legit. Grayson, are you still a barber?
I am indeed. I am indeed still a barber, contrary to popular belief.
And Grayson, where are you a barber at? Tell them the location.
I'm a barber at the Oliver Club Barbershop here in the Arts District.
What's the best way they can contact you?
You can contact me through Instagram, or you can book with me directly through the website, oliverclub.com.
And that is our first free sponsorship throwaway.
Yeah.
Oliver
Throw
what?
it away.
Oliver Club.
There we go.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
I like the name.
Who
It's
should
cool.
they
It's
ask-
got
who
a
should they
good
ask for again?
history behind it as well, actually.
It
Does
has
it?
some what history?
The name
Oh.
of the shop. Yeah. So the guy who started it, he, like his great uncle, back in, I want to say like the late 20s, early 30s.
Okay.
He had a social club in
Mhm.
where Little Tokyo is now. And it
Okay.
was called the Oliver Club.
Ah.
All the way back in the day, and he, he's a Japanese guy, and so then during the war, I'm getting a bug fly in my face. Then during World War II, obviously Japanese Americans got like rounded up and sent off to camps and whatever,
Horrible.
and so just, I mean, deplorable. But so he had to shut the social club down, and they started a baseball team at the camp that they all got sent to, and it was called the Oliver Club again. And so there's these really cool like old photos of all these guys wearing their Oliver Club jerseys. They got recognized at a Dodger game years later.
That's cool.
And then when this guy was getting ready to start this shop, he figured he would bring the name back to the area. And so that's why the shop is called the Oliver Club.
I love that.
Yeah.
And again, you are still a barber, right?
I am indeed. I do still cut hair. I was cutting hair all day today. I did 6 haircuts and 2 shaves with the straight razor. So yes, I do still cut hair. I do
we just
still
gotta make sure, you know.
That's my full-time job.
Yeah,
6 days a week.
I will clip this one part right here as a promo ad just for you, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just because he's on the podcast does not mean he's still not a barber.
Very true.
Just
We
get
do
that
this in
straight.
the evenings. That's my day job.
This is a side gig right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
a
mean,
little passion
he
project.
could have done OnlyFans, but instead he did a podcast.
Yeah.
So
Very
be happy.
true.
Yeah.
Very true.
It seems kind of, though, speaking of the OF, wherever you guys are going tonight, I'm sure they're there.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we're going to go to Bible study.
Yeah.
We are going to Bible
Two
study.
respectful gentlemen.
Saturday night Bible study where they have
Fred.
fights and chicken wings on
Yes.
TV.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, for some reason, I just got deja vu.
I don't know why you got
weird.
that. I don't know why you got that idea. I don't know why you got that idea.
But yes, Martin and I are going to go out after this. We're going to go to a very nice Bible study session
Yes,
and
we are.
have some fun.
Yes, it. Have a couple brews, watch a UFC fight. Because it is Saturday night right now, and that cricket is back.
It is. It's becoming our guest star.
It is.
Yeah,
And I'm probably not
it's the
going to
3 of us in a cricket.
cut out that part. And I just said it twice. Or maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
We gotta do something different, to hit these views, Okay, here's the thing. If you're listening to this podcast, I want you to know something. I like you a lot. I need you 5 or 10 followers we have to tell your friends about it, and let's multiply
Tell your
that.
friends to tell your friends. We can be friends.
Yeah, matter of fact, if your grandma has a cell phone, take her cell phone, download Spotify, follow us, and then delete the app. We just need to
Delete the app.
Yeah.
Does it stay on?
Yeah, it stays on.
I guess, yeah, it does,
Or
yeah.
leave it on,
Yeah.
But it's all
Interesting.
good. I love that.
Okay.
Yeah, we're over here trying, I mean, it's something fun to do,
It's just fun,
get together
yeah.
every few weeks and record, an episode and whatnot. But it would be, it would be cool, to just,
See something-
keep building, keep gaining traction,
Yeah.
and
You see where it goes.
keep
yeah, and
growing.
we're not
Yeah.
rushing into
I had
anything.
a conversation at my friend's birthday party at Top Golf. The girls were like, "Oh, you have a podcast? What is it?" I told a few people, they want to listen.
Yeah.
But some people are interested in being on our podcast, but they just want to have an idea of what it's about. I told them it's literally just like 3 guys on a couch. Pause.
That's all it
Like,
is.
there's no-
Yeah, there's nothing. That's all it is. Talking sports.
Sounds like an OnlyFans
whatever.
channel.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know about that
Oh,
one.
I had a thought too. Is there a podcast version of Coachella? If it is, I might go check it out. And they sometimes do have like these audio events that happen once or twice a year. They talk about podcasting and stuff. If I see something, I'll talk
I've seen
They have stuff
podcasts
come up. They
that
talk about like
do.
the business of podcasts. There's things that pop up.
Because I was like, I've seen podcasts that'll do a live show.
Yeah.
They'll like be in a theater or whatever and kind of have a similar
yeah,
setup,
I've
but
seen
it's a
that,
little
yeah.
bit more entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah.
Visually at least. So no, I've definitely seen that. There's a couple podcasts that I follow that have like done live shows.
You're talking about Jeff FM?
No, I don't know Jeff
No, there's
FM.
other ones.
He's a barber too.
Oh yeah.
He did that actually. He because he's friends with that whole YouTube crew.
Yeah.
And they did a live show in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. No, I didn't see that one. I've seen some other ones where they kind of bring their setup to a stage, and basically record an episode. But
we're basically doing that thing. We have a live audience.
PBD does it.
We do indeed.
We have-
They
PBD
do.
does.
We have a
does
live
it?
audience today, plus a cricket. I mean,
Yeah.
so we're doing it.
That's
The cricket's making
it's
more
one
noise, so that's
impressive
good.
cricket too. I mean, I don't know how much the microphones are going to pick up, but it's one loud
It's
ass
there.
cricket.
We'll see what picks up. I mean, we got an audience. We got a cricket. It's all
I doubt
good.
it will.
So it's about that time.
About that time.
It's about that time.
All right.
Let me bring my notes up here.
No time notes.
All right. Let's
A
see.
moment.
Grayson's
So
moment.
recently the world has felt a little crazy, right? There's a whole lot going on politically, socially, in all these different capacities. And I'm not going to touch any of that, but I am going to say, right? I think it's very important to be able to find a moment of peace in your life and really savor it and sit in it and enjoy it. And if those don't come to you naturally, I think that you have the ability to like manifest them and find them. I've been reading a lot more. I've been trying to kind of just, cut down on screen time and interacting with the chaos that is the world. And I think it's done me a lot of good. And so I think find those moments of peace and yeah, sit in them and enjoy them. And I think, we'll all be better off for it.
I agree.
I have nothing else to add to that. That was beautifully said.
Thank you.
Fred?
Or the only thing else that we have left here is like, comment, subscribe,
We'll see you next week.
and get your smash burger.
Yes.
We're out.